Good evening. Welcome to North West Tonight with Tony Livesey
and Annabelle Tiffin. Our top story: a young girl who made a huge impact in a short space of time. Friends and teachers remember Jade Anderson killed by a pack of dogs.
I don't feel like things are going to be the same, because I always used to catch a bus with her in the morning and she always used to talk to me and stuff.
Lively, popular. A young girl who made a huge impact in a short space of time. Today, friends have been remembering 14-year-old Jade Anderson, who died yesterday after being attacked by a group of dogs.
Police have spoken to the owners but have made no arrests. They confirmed that armed officers destroyed 4 dogs. Today they're continuing to try and work out exactly what happened and why. Well, our Chief Reporter Dave Guest is in Atherton this evening for us. Dave.
Yes, Annabelle, and tonight a policeman still on duty outside the house where Jade died yesterday. One of the key questions the police wanted to answer in all of this was, were these dogs involved in the attack a legal breed or not? Well, the preliminary examination seems to show that they were legally bred dogs, although examinations of their bodies are still continuing. Meanwhile, the police investigation continues to try and piece together exactly what happened in that house behind me yesterday. For the people of Atherton, meantime, this has been a day for taking stock and trying to make sense of the tragedy that unfolded here. Flowers and soft toys left in memory of a life cut short. Some from friends, others from total strangers. This is a community united in a sense of disbelief.
It's a terrible shame. It really is, for a young lad to go like that. I don't feel like things are going to be the same, because I always used to catch a bus with her in the morning and she always used to talk to me and stuff.
She was a really nice girl. She was got on with everyone. She never had a bad bone inside of her.
Jade Anderson knew the people who lived at this house. She was visiting them yesterday, but was on her own when mayhem broke out. The teenagers stood little chance as the dogs pounced. When police officers arrived, they found the dogs completely out of control. 4 were shot dead by police marksmen, a 5th was restrained. Some neighbours say they'd heard the dogs barking on a number of occasions. Others said they were fearful of the animals.
You couldn't walk past the gate. You had to walk near the wall, nowhere near the gate.
Could be 11:30 at night and it's out barking constantly, So what do you do?
But the police say they've no record of any formal complaint about the dogs. Their job now, to get to the bottom of exactly what happened here.
And this investigation will take a long time.
What about the dogs themselves? You've been examining those. Were they banned breeds?
No, we don't believe they were. Again, we need to examine them. An expert will have to examine them to work out exactly their breed, but we don't at this moment. I don't believe they were banned. I believe they were lawful.
At Jade's school, staff came in during their Easter break to offer what support they could.
Jade was a very lively, very popular girl. She always had a smile on her face, she was very cheerful, she was very positive.
And the reaction of the school community to what's happened?
Shock. Pure shock at the moment.
For Jade's family and friends right now, there's just an overwhelming sense of loss.
Well, we'll have more from Dave Guest shortly. But Jade Anderson is not the first child to be killed by dogs in the North West in recent years. In fact, 2 other children have lost their lives in this way.
Now, as you would imagine, the government's under increasing pressure to speed up reform of the dangerous dogs laws. But some campaigners say better education of dog owners is the answer. Andy Gill reports.
A Staffordshire Bull Terrier at Freshfields Animal Rescue in Crosby on Merseyside this afternoon. In the Atherton attack, police shot dead what are thought to have been 2 Staffordshires and 2 Bull Mastiffs. There's no suggestion that the dogs we filmed here are dangerous. A centre trustee says educating owners to get their dogs used to people will help prevent attacks.
It has to be integrated with the family, kept as a member of the family. If it's kept apart all the time, then these problems happen because there's no socialisation with it at all.
Jade Anderson's the 3rd child to be killed by a dog in the North West in the past 6 years. In 2007, Ellie Lawrenson was killed in St Helens. In 2009, John Paul Massey died in Liverpool. His mother is campaigning for dogs to be muzzled when near children.
Well, it is important. It's not just John Paul, it doesn't matter. What about all these other people? What about these children that are going to hospital disfigured? every day.
In the country as a whole, there have been 9 fatal dog attacks on children since 2005 and 6 on adults. The government estimates that overall there are more than 200,000 attacks a year and more than 6,000 hospital admissions.
Buster here is a bull mastiff cross, and as you can see, very friendly. But the current law on dangerous dogs doesn't apply if an attack happens on private property. The government is thinking of changing that and bringing in compulsory microchipping. But MPs say the government has failed to respond adequately to public concerns.
It's not about breed, it's about the deed that a dog commits. We need action, and I just hope that they do action very rapidly.
Some campaigners want to bring back dog licences. The fees would then be used to pay for new laws to be enforced. Andy Gill, BBC North West Tonight.
Well, we can go back to Dave Guest at the scene now. And Dave, briefly, Jade's going to be remembered at a vigil tonight.
That's right, yes. She was only at Fred Longworth High School for a relatively short time, but she made a big impression. There's been a Facebook campaign this afternoon for pupils to gather at the school tonight in her memory and to let off Chinese lanterns. We will, of course, bring you more on that in our late bulletin just after the 10 o'clock news.
Dave, thank you very much. Thanks.